So, Patrik's Cable, 108 in the charts currently. How does that feel?
Well, that's really quite special for like me and all the members of the band, all the lads, because like there's 108 members of the band, and like being 108th, that kind of means that like all of us are in first place, because that's like if we each took one place, each would be first, each like 108th is first for each member of the band.
As far as your heritage is concerned, you and the other 108 band members, where are you all from?
Well, originally we're from the outskirts of Austro-Malaysia, but that actually is like completely really not that true, because most of us don't even like come from there. So, I mean, but it's a great community and we all feel happy to be Austro-Mongolians from like, you know, from there. So that's where we try and be from, really.
You're very extreme and out there, outlandish kind of style. Where does that come from?
Well, I mean, I take style and inspiration from people like, I would say, Mozart, Metallica, the Sex Pistols, Frank Sinatra, but not ABBA. Oh, and there's that bloke who did the Smurf song. I really like him. He's really good.
So would you say those people are some of your major inspirations, not only style-wise, but also musically?
Yeah, I think like it's really hard to get your musical style across when musically your style is the music that you play. And when you've got 108 people in a room playing instruments, well, not all of them allowed to play instruments, but when you've got that many people in a group with music playing, it creates a special kind of feeling amongst you, and really we'd want the whole world to be part of this, like, I don't know, this room. We could all be part of it and like be part of Patrik's Cable. We could all be in the same room, but it probably wouldn't sound very good, so I mean that's why we wouldn't let anybody in. So are we recording this?
Yeah, camera's on. Patrik's Cable, where did it actually come from? Why did you decide to use that name?
Well, this is a really funny story. The name Patrik, you know Patrick Moore, he does the star of the sky at night, and he looks at the stars with his telescope. And I wanted to be a star, you know, like a famous star, but you know that wasn't enough. So then there's Patrik, there's like, you know, Captain Picard, Patrick Stewart, or whatever his name is, the bald guy off Star Trek, and he goes at the speed of light. He goes light speed, and then there's like the Cable, which is like, you know, you've got big stars, and then you've got cable, and then you've got all the wires, like there's 108 of us at each fibre in the cable that goes at the speed of light, and it's really small cable, and that's Patrik's Cable, really. It's basically like really small, fast, speed of light object that's everybody.
One final thing, out of the 108 of you in the band, not one of you is actually called Patrik, is it?
Well, there's a Robert, but you know, when you've got an idea, when it comes to something so small, and you have to bring it into something really big, like, and you've got all these 108 people who are not called Patrik, it's kind of a good thing, because if there was someone called Patrik, he'd say, this is my cable, and it's not his cable, it's our cable, and we're not going to let him take our cable because he's not. It's ours.
Thank you very much for your time.
Have you got any crack? Have you?
And back to you, Ed.
Ooh, there's a camera.
Back to you, Ed.
Members of MI6, or the British Secret Service, have revealed they don't want to be secret anymore. Flocks of ex-spies have been gathering outside Downing Street, campaigning for the removal of the secretiveness of their service. Tim is on the Blue Peter lawn, getting his claws stuck into this story. Timmy?
The atmosphere here today could literally be cut with a knife, but no longer a discreetly, stealthily placed Leon-esque manner kind of a knife, more of a giant fuck off, I don't even care if you can see it. In fact, the more the better, because I'm no longer living a life of hiding in holes kind of knife. So anyway, I'm joined now by 001600. 001600, if this bill goes through today, I won't have to call you that anymore, will I?
No, that's right, Tim.
Yeah, I mean, they won't call you that anymore.
No, they won't.
No, so what will they call you?
Well, they call me Nigel, because it's my name. You know, like Frank and Bill and Little Jimmy, you know, all the names of the people down at MI6, that's what they call us. We don't need none of this 00 rubbish, do we?
Yeah, I probably should have just mentioned there that the bill hasn't gone through just yet, so I'm not sure if you should have mentioned your name live on telly. So keep a lookout for those enemy snipers, Nigel. I have a feeling you may have just made yourself rather vulnerable. Well, it's early days yet, but if all goes well for the country's 00s tomorrow, perhaps we can start hoping to live in a life where things are no longer kept in secret boxes. Ed, it's you.
Coming up in the news that is new, electro-funk outfit, Patrik's cable discuss world peace at the G8 summit. Dog walker turned Michelin star chef shows around his bistro eatery in Hull, and Alan Davis sues the studio, or this studio.
Yeah, he's aiming to file a lawsuit against us this morning or something.
What has Alan Davis got against the news?
No, nothing. He just weren't happy about Tim stalking around for a fortnight.
Tell me when Tim gets back, won't you?
Will do.
More news in a minute. Now, over to, now for a few refreshing equations over on the maths desk. Maths.
Thanks, Ed! Excellent, hello and welcome to the Maths Desk. New for new news is this amazing Maths Desk. I'm here, I'm crazy about maths, I'm mad as a mathematician. Here we go, anyway, good evening and welcome to our first story. Here we go, you ready for it? You are, you love your maths. Right, a man from Westminster was today accused of being 4/5 over the accelerating limit while he drove his car 60% in the right direction, narrowly avoiding with a small child, almost forced the power of 5, at an angle of almost 23 degrees by swerving the diameter of the roundabout, flitting over the nth curve. The driver was lucky enough to cue his position in combo with the parenthesis to the square root of his own width, triangulated by the obtuse angle of his y times pi. Then he managed to call for rescue. Back to you on the desk, Ed.